I cannot be the only one that like want like I want to be inspiration to people. Let me find the words. Like I want to be an inspiration to people. I want I know I'm still like very young and in school and learning and education, going to college in 2 years. But like on social media, I don't talk a lot about school. One, for personal reasons. That also why I don't show my face. But on media and in like person, I want people to see me as like a person that is caring and supportive, which I am. But I also want to be like inspirational to people. Like I look at some influencers and I'm like, wow, like these people, like their lives are awesome. But if you look a little deeper and you like understand, sometimes haters, they expect like people on media to be perfect, to not date anybody, because when they start dating, then there's rumors, and I don't really stand for that. Like, well, during quarantine, my account on TikTok had blew up a little bit. I had like 20K. That's a lot for me. That's 20,000 people. But I had 20K followers, and I'm proud of myself here for that, but not for the right reasons. Instead of promoting like what I wanted to promote, which is now like promoting positivity and anti-bullying, being there for other people, respecting others' opinions instead of forcing your own opinion on them. I was more like saying it was okay to be in a bad place. Like, not that it's not okay, but it's not somewhere you want to stay. And I wanted to shift my media focus from being influencing that to influencing, like I said, anti-bullying and stuff, which is why I was off media for like 2 years. I needed to sit down and really think about who I was before I went out and influenced other people or tried to be an influencer for other people. If that makes sense. I hope it does. Like, I didn't want people to see me in a negative way. Like, oh, pobrecita, she's a poor girl in English. But, oh, she's so, like, troubled. I don't want people to, like, worry and meddle into my business. I want people to mostly be able to be like, listen to my ideas and be like, wow, I share those same ideas. Like, sit down and have a intellectual conversation with each other. Especially nowadays, it's very hard to do that with politics and stuff like that. A lot of racism and bullying for a lot of people, you can tell. I was in this one school where the counselor comes to speak to us about bullying. As someone that was bullied, I was like, oh, this is good, because normally they don't do that. Like, normally they just put posters that say don't be a bully and think that that's gonna work. Be a friend, not a bully, and they do contests and stuff for that in the US. But I wanted, besides, okay, so the counselor comes in and she's like, okay, I'm gonna talk to you guys about bullying and stuff. And this counselor proceeds to tell us that obviously, well, bullying's bad and that it needs to be stopped. And then I was like, yeah, okay, this is pretty basic. They told everybody. And then she goes in and she starts saying like, oh, well, instead of worrying too much about the person that was being bullied, we're gonna focus more on the one doing the bullying, because they have something going on, which is psychologically leading them to make others miserable, to make their life less miserable, whether it be at home or something. There's a psychology between it. And she's like, yeah, we need to not worry about the person being bullied because they're going to develop healthy coping mechanisms. And it's like I said earlier, when nowadays with the media, it's hard to find coping mechanisms on your own. Like, it's hard to understand what's gonna help me and what's not gonna help me. Like, hanging around certain people, it's gonna influence how you behave. Because, well, everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants to have a friend. And I used to want to be that popular kid. But after my experiences with some people and the people I was hanging around with, and like I said, I took some time off just for myself. I even like kind of skipped school for a while because of it. I was really in a bad place. A lot of people get there, but like for when you're there, you need to sit down, take everything off, like take all your social media off, take your focus away from there to really think, like, is this the person I want to be? Like, sit down, is this how I want to portray myself to other people? Because for me personally, I noticed my mom, bless her soul, she had been trying to help me out of it, and I wasn't listening. I was stuck, and it took for things to take a turn for the worse for me to be like, okay, yeah, I need to listen to my mom. So we took off all my social media. Everything on my walls is taken off. Like back there, you can see that. Or on this side of my wall, I have all my paintings. We took everything off. So I wasn't influenced. Even my K-pop posters. Oh, that one was sad because one of them got ripped. But my mom wanted to make sure that I knew who I was before I could start, I guess, diving into media, because it is a very persuasive place. But a lot changed in my paintings and my drawings too. Like, I went from drawing, I want to say, kind of like how I saw myself. A lot of my old sketchbooks, I'll show them in another video if you guys want. Comment that. But I drew a lot in my sketchbooks. That was like the only thing that I was hanging on to be honest. And I sat down after a while, because after I had no media, I was stuck alone with drawing and stuff and people at school, my new school. And even at that, from this year and last year in my old school, in the new school that I was transferred to, I still changed a lot. There was still a lot changing with me, which is good. Like, if I talk to somebody from my old school, and they're probably going to be like, oh, well, you changed so much. And I'll be like, well, yeah, a lot. We're supposed to change. As human beings, we're supposed to grow. But, like, with my art and stuff, instead of drawing how I felt, I started drawing what I wanted to portray, what I wanted to feel. So instead of drawing, like, a sad little girl in the corner of her room, I started drawing peaceful sceneries, like, beautiful paintings instead of negativity. Instead of negativity, I was looking towards positivity. And so that's when my art style changed a lot, and I changed as a person. And I decided I want to help other people. Not help other people, but I wanted people to feel like they're not alone. Like, if you're being bullied by someone, it happens. Even a bully has a bully. And it creates a cycle, and it's messed up. Like, I even saw it in myself. I had a best friend. He was, like, the sweetest guy. He'd take me to church and things, and I was so rude to him because I kind of turned into a bully. And I'm not gonna admit it. I really did turn into kind of a bit of a bully. And I hate it, and I regret it. But I ended up texting him back and apologizing and being like, but you also hurt me. And he's like, he had some flaws. I'm not denying that I had flaws, but he had some too. It was just not a good relationship to begin with. And so, yeah. Oh wait, this was not supposed to be a video about me talking, but I don't know, I like talking. It's just me. I might cut some of this out. I don't know. I might just post this video alone, because it's supposed to go with another video where I'm working on this bigger painting, because I haven't worked on one in forever. I think the biggest painting, hold on, let me show you. Okay, the biggest painting that I've done is this one, but it's like, I think the same size. Yeah, no, this one's a little longer, but that I did a year ago. Yeah, that one's old, very old, but I wanted to try it again, but in the painting style that I've been using. Where did I put my paintbrush? Oh, just use it. Oh, it's right here. But that was the biggest painting I've ever done, and this is another big painting that I'm working on that I haven't done. Like I haven't worked on it. I really haven't had the time. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about. Sorry. But yeah, the whole point of me getting on and like talking, because I'm not really supposed to be showing, like I don't like to show my face in media. One, because a lot of people can be rude, very rude. I don't want that. But I don't know, I just want it like privacy. But I don't think this video is gonna get seen a lot, so whoever does see this, this is what I look like. This is the only time I'm gonna show my face, okay? But I just wanted to talk about like my view on that stuff. I know I already explained this in a previous video, but I felt I needed to go in more depth of it, because the last video, it was really just me like talking about random bull that wasn't that important. But now, like, now that I've gone more in depth of the topic, I feel like more people would understand. But yeah. I want to switch the tone, but that's literally this video. Okay, lesson to be learned. When painting and drawing, paint what you want to portray, what you want to feel, rather than painting how you feel. I saw this quote one time. Oh my god, that quote hit so deep. But it said, hurt an artist and see the masterpieces you created. And it's true. When an artist paints subconsciously, they're painting how they feel, even if they don't want to. And so, yeah, that's literally it. Like, paint how you want to feel, not how you feel. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, instead of painting like a sad little girl in the corner, curled up, black and white, and negativity, once in a while in your own little private sketchbook, go ahead. But if you do want to change that perspective, your way of thinking, your way of looking at things, paint more positive. Paint things that calm you. Paint things that make you happy. Paint things that when other people are gonna look at them, they're gonna be like, wow, like there's emotion in there. There's emotion that wants to be let out, but it wants to be happy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I don't know. What's a good artist or painting that I've seen that's beautiful? It's hard now. It's hard nowadays to go and look at a painting of like a scenery, of a person. A lot of paintings nowadays is like a blank white canvas and someone just like boom, big blob of paint in the middle. That's what a lot of people consider art nowadays. A very unpopular opinion, don't come for me, but people are willing to spend thousands of dollars on something literally a 5-year-old could create in 5 seconds. And I know if this video does get seen by a lot of people, that'll probably get a lot of hate, but in my opinion, art is something from the heart, and when you generalize it, I guess, for like, oh, that's worth $1,000 and this isn't, it's kind of heartbreaking to the artist that spent hours with each brushstroke, each detail, for it to be worth what society would say, like what, $10 bucks? No, it's not worth it. I wouldn't sell my art from $10, especially on a big canvas like this. Like, this is big for me. I've been spending like over 40 hours already on this, and I don't even have much done. Like, I'm still working on one swirl over here, let alone everything else on this, what, like 2 foot by 2 foot canvas. It's frustrating for me to see that. Like, people would spend like thousands of dollars on something a kindergarten would create versus something that took hours and has such deep meaning to it. Just think about it. That is obviously my opinion. Thank you for tuning in today. I am Izzy, and I'm an artist. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't have anything to say. Bye. Thank you for watching. 감사합니다.